Hey guys, I did a really interesting test over the last couple of days. I posted a couple of controversial posts around corona, which are the complete opposite to what we're being fed by the US and Australian, governments at the moment, and a lot of places. And I just posted up just to see what people would do. I'm not actually locked into them, and it was really interesting to see the feedback that I was getting. And I posted a very, very long post, which I'll add to this a little bit later, which was basically the real problem here. And ultimately, it's not corona that's the real problem at all. It's health. And I posted a huge long post around what the major problem is around here is alcohol consumption, sugar, all the addictions that people do around health. And if every single person let go of all of their health concerns and all the things that they did behind closed doors, then corona would actually not be in effect, because you'd have an absolutely rocking immune system. And when you've got a rocking immune system, you don't get affected by disease, right? So I just posted a whole bunch of things that I see happening, and the major issue, and they did this a couple of years in Australia. They said diabetes is the biggest killer in Australia, and we need to do some focus on a cure. Now, for people who are in alternative therapy people know that type 2 diabetes can actually be reversed completely by diet, and it's a first world country problem. It's not a third world country problem. There's different issues that they face. So, it's really, really interesting when you have a different understanding and it's not being spoken about. So here I am looking at the Australian government saying, well, what are they doing? Why are they saying this when they should be saying we need to start really looking after our health and taking good care of ourselves? And this is what I suggest everyone does right now, is have a really good look at what you're putting in your body, how you're putting it in your body, and what you're doing, because that is going to be your health deficit. So everything that knocks your immune system, so this is coffee, this is alcohol, this is high sugar, actually breaks your immune system, and you're going to be more susceptible to something like COVID. I won't be, because I can sort my body out in 2 days if I get a flu, right? And the reason why is I use a whole lot of alternative measures to get my body in sync. I fast 1 day a week. I juice fast 1 day a week to give my body a clean out, and I feel amazing. So I posted these things up just to see what people would do, and I was wondering if people were actually going to communicate on the real underlying issue that the world is facing right now, which is an internal health crisis, right? And what this means is an internal inability to take responsibility for the intake that we have. And if we take responsibility for that intake, I'll tell you what would happen. The health system would be completely cleaned up by us. We wouldn't be reliant on the health system because we'd be clean. And if you've got a really, really clean system, diseases can come in and they go out very, very quickly, and we don't get affected so much. But if we don't clean our intake up, then diseases are going to come in and stay. That's how it works. So I've had one person absolutely have a go at me and swear at one of my posts, and I just basically removed her, because I was like, I don't deal with people who are rude, right? And and I know this particular person, and I worked with her, and she was so highly addicted to substances, and she got herself into an immune disorder through her intake, right? So what we've got to learn right now is it's not about corona. I'm isolated. I'm doing the right thing, guys. That's one of the things that I do. I do what I'm told in lots of ways. The thing is, I'm doing the very thing that the most important thing that everyone should be doing, which is actually increasing your wealth around health. And if everybody does that, then we've got an amazing health system. The worst thing that we can do is rely on a health system that doesn't work outside of us to try and then blame them for not getting it right. Where we're eating Kit Kats, cakes and cookies, knowing that actually breaks our bodies down, knowing that coffee completely wrecks your nervous system, which is where corona can come in and break you, and drinking alcohol socially, because that's what we've always done. So I think we actually all need to start learning to pull our heads in and grow up a little bit and understand what the real issue is here. and take some responsibility for our own health. I do not rely on the government to help me right now. I'm relying on myself. And that's why I'm healthy. I have a rocking immune system. If coronavirus comes and spends some time with me, it's not going to affect me at all. So I'd love some comments down about this. This might have triggered you, simply because you might not be doing any of the things that are healthy for your body, and you're trying to find a thing to save you as opposed to changing your absolutely most important choice that you can make is what you put in this mouth of yours. All right, see you guys.